This will be the most unique New Year's video that you have watched, and also one of the most powerful. You've heard it every year since you were born. This year is my year. Everything will change for me this year. I'm actually sticking to my New Year's resolutions this time. Regardless of how successful you've been with New Year's resolutions in the past, 2026 has a completely different energy than we've seen in a long time, since 1846 to be exact. New Year's naturally holds a lot of new beginning energy just because of the excitement behind it. And naturally, it's a great opportunity to begin a new habit. I mean, January 1st is just nice on the eyes, like 1-1 on the calendar, on the date. It holds so much beginning energy, brand new, fresh start, new calendar, everything. But heading into 2026 is even more powerful beginning energy. This special energy of 2026 we've not seen since 1846, and now it's coming back in 2026. That's over 150 years. We'll get into the significance of 1846 in a minute, but first I'll explain what this secret energy is. Numerology is the study of how numbers and vibration hold frequency. A certain number rings out different frequencies. Right now, if I say 1, or 5, or 3, or 8, those give different frequencies. Some billionaires use it to decide to decide business launches or marketing strategies and more. They use these numerological frequencies. Frequencies directly relate to us because certain frequencies, like 432 hertz or 528 hertz, as an example, or humming, tune the vagus nerve. This is that nerve right on the back that connects from your spine down through your central nervous system, which your brain is a part of, the central nervous system. Numerology is the studies of how numbers relate to influence and energies. 2025 was a 9 year. You get this by adding all of the digits separately. So 2025, you have 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, because those are the digits that make up 2025. And those, when you add 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, you get 9. 9 is a number of closing cycles, completion, spiritual wisdom, and serving humanity. As 2025 winds down these last couple days, we are at an ending cycle. We'll get more into how to act with these energies in a bit, but right now it's a great time to tidy up and clean up all of your open loops and all of your projects. Close these things up as we are heading into 2026. Now 2026 is a 1 year. You add up the digits there, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6. That equals 10. And then because 10 is a double digit number, there's still something to reduce. So you would go 1 plus 0 because those are the digits that make up 10, and you get 1. 1 is a number of new beginnings, opportunity, leadership, ambition, strength, determination, and independence. This is clearly a year of new beginnings. But numerology isn't the only thing supporting this brand new kind of energy ahead of us. The Chinese zodiac is something I used to kind of think of as a joke. I would look at my Chinese zodiac on the menus of the Chinese buffet, and I would laugh because I was a rooster. I'm a year of the rooster, and you may have heard of what you are as well. But I completely forgot about Chinese astrology for more than 10 years until about a month ago. I had a friend mentioned it, and in the meantime, I'd been learning about astrology, numerology, human design, and all these other things. So when Chinese astrology got brought back up, I was super interested, and I wanted to learn. So I looked at my Chinese zodiac sign, and I was reminded that I am a year of the rooster. I am a year of the wood rooster, to be exact. And that is the element. There are 5 elements that pair with 12 different animals in Chinese astrology. And suddenly the memories of the buffet popped in my head as soon as I looked it up that I was a rooster. I was like, oh yeah, I remember. Which is actually a funny, very cool connection that chickens have just became my favorite animal over the last I'll say like 6 or 7 years. And it's not that they're like actually my favorite, but it's like it's cool to choose a favorite animal. And I was like, yeah, chickens, that's fun. Like my Xbox username was named after chickens. And my like art projects, chickens just kept coming up. I was like, yeah, chickens are just funny. I just like them. And that is my Chinese New Year. I mean, that is my Chinese astrology year. So in Chinese astrology, each sign has an element. Like I said, I am a year of the wood rooster. The elements rotate on a 2-year cycle. Every other year, the elements change, while the signs rotate on a 12-year cycle. That means that the elements and the signs only match once every 60 years. So in 2025, we were in the year of the wood snake. On February 17th, the Chinese New Year, 2026, we will move into the fire horse. Let's think about the energy of a fire and a horse. A fire is hot and fast and passionate, leading, energetic, fiery, burning. Like think of how a fire takes over, consumes, builds. It's very quick. And the horse, let's think of the horse, is built. He's super big, tough, powering through, a workhorse, action taking, a lot of endurance. They're very tough. Now let's combine the fire and the horse with the 1 year of numerology. Think about that. A lot of new beginnings with all of this fire, bold action, endurance, moving forward. The last time we had a year of the fire horse was 1966. Here's what happened in that year. CORE supported the Black Power movement, a huge beginning for civil rights. Medicare began in the U.S., still the biggest health insurance today. The NFL merger, the two leagues formed a super league, and now the Super Bowl is the biggest sporting event of the year. The Soviet Union's Luna 9 was allegedly, I don't know if I believe it, the first successful moon landing of any spacecraft on the moon. Now think, those relate to the fire horse. That's all bold, very new things. And very, very relating to the fire horse. These are a few simple instances. The last time we saw a 1 year plus the year of the fire horse together, what we will be seeing in 2026. The last time was 1846, like I mentioned a minute ago. The Mexican-American War had just begun, a controversial event that led the U.S. to getting territory over California, Utah, Nevada, and more. That was a big portion of the country. The Oregon Treaty established a clear border between the U.S. and Canada, going along the meridian. I don't remember the number. I'm not that touched up on my history right now. But that supported the booming fur trade, which was bringing a lot of people into the United States. In 1846, the discovery of Neptune, the planet of dreamy creativity, spirituality, the subconscious, and the unseen. This was the beginning of a huge shift of consciousness work that we've seen play out over the last 200 years. People are shifting. Mental health is becoming a priority for people. People are becoming aware. Psychology developed in this time. This was a very important time for the mind. The Associated Press, AP, began so they could cover the Mexican-American War, and they revolutionized fast-moving news across the country. And the first ever modern game of baseball was played with the modern rules that we now know, a sport now played year-round over the entire world. These are all things that are new beginnings. They're huge even 200 years later. And they all support that 1 year with the fire horse. And that's the power of this year. Diving even deeper back, there are more 1 year and fire horse events that have happened. In 1666 was the one before 1846. The Great Fire of London cleared the path for a modern city. The city burned down so that they could rebuild it for this modern era. Isaac Newton deepened his studies on calculus, optics, and gravity. Think about how that still has an effect today. And it goes even further back, and it goes even deeper too. But I just wanted to get the point across a little bit. Now, I gave a lot of macro examples, large, worldly examples for this 2026's energy. But let's synthesize this into the individual level by imagining a person acting at this full energy. And we will refer to this person as Avatar. The 1 year and the fire and the horse are all masculine energies. Masculine has nothing to do with gender or male, female. Masculine is simply the energy of doing, acting, creating. Whereas feminine energy is being, nurturing, and attracting. The best way to apply this energy of the 1 year and the fire horse are from acting and doing, not by waiting or nurturing or being. So this Avatar is heading into the new year. Here's how the timeline goes. A 9 year in 2025 is the only year with balanced masculine feminine energies. All the other universal year numbers do not have balanced energies except 9. Once 2026 hit, we transfer from balanced energy into the year 1 of masculine energy, of doing. Then on February 17th, the Chinese New Year shifts from the wood snake into the fire horse. This leaves a roughly 1.5 month gap where we are still in the wood snake, but there's the new energy of the 1 year. So the Avatar is fully aware of these energies. I will say he to symbolize the masculine energy shift, must end his 9 year with a complete cycle the natural way. So the Avatar tidies up projects. Nothing is up in the air or incomplete. Whether this means completing the projects or letting them go, he must tidy them up before 2026. The tidier your projects are, the more open space you have for energy after the new year. Now, as the year shifts into the 1 year, the Avatar knows there's 1.5 months to use the 1 year energy with the wood snake energy of 2025. Now let's think about the wood snake. The wood snake is wise, intuitive, and resourceful, combined with the snake's strategic thinking and patience. The Avatar uses the 1.5 month time period of the 1 year combined with the wood snake to set up systems and habits so the back-end work is set up for success. And then the efficiency comes once February 17th and the fire horse arrive. So, for the first month and a half of 2026, the Avatar sets up systems, builds quality habits, following his intuition to subtly plan for the year of the fire horse. So you must close your systems from the 9 year, from 2025, so that way you can begin creating the systems and the habits, so that way when the fire horse hits, you are fully ready to go, setting up systems using the wood snake. Now, once the fire horse arrives, the Avatar is fully ready to hit the ground running. The full masculinity has arrived. The fire is beneath him. The horse guides him boldly. The 1 year is helping him create, build from scratch, and easily adapt to all the novel energies around him. This continues throughout 2026. Now, you can put yourself in the position of the Avatar. The energies are clear for you to follow. First, putting the past behind you. Closing the open loops. Closing the projects, finishing the projects, letting go, preparing yourself for new energy. Number 2, creating systems and habits for success in that 1.5 month overlap at the beginning of the year up until February 17th. And then once the full energy hits in February 17th, number 3 is running with the fire once it hits. This may be one of the most powerful New Year shifts of our lifetimes. I'm working directly alongside these energies. I've been tidying up my workspaces and my workflow, creating extremely consistent habits for high energy, building out the back end of my business. I've removed attachments and let go of the past projects that I've had. Then in the shift between January 1st and February 17th, I'm really focusing on creating positive habits, building my business, and using the last of the intuitive and wise wood snake to put systems in place for pure success once the fire horse comes. Right around the time when the fire horse approaches, my coaching business will be in full effect. I'll be doubling down on growth, coaching more clients, and expanding my creations to help more and more people. That aligns 100% with the fire horse. If you want results similar to this in 2026, it's best to align with natural energies of the universe. Regardless of whether you believe this stuff or not, it doesn't matter. It's still about closing cycles and allowing new energy and creating habits and systems in early 2026 that set you up for pure creation and growth and success the rest of the year. That's still what it's about. It's just awesome bonus points if it also happens to align with ancient studies and practices of numerology and Chinese astrology. If you really want to ensure alignment and energetic habits going into 2026, I created a 7-day challenge. It will start January 4th. The link is in the top of the description if you'd like to join now and create all-day energy. Thanks for watching.